Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And the Netflix Cowboy Bebop situation just keeps getting better and better, using air quotes. Air quotes here. Netflix Geeked has posted pictures of Daniela Pineda, who is Faye or Foe, depending on your point of view. And some people called them out and said, no, she's not Faye. And Netflix Geeked got into it and said, deal with it. She is Faye.
Yeah, this is not a good look. When you have fans who are upset, you probably don't want to send your account on Twitter to go, stir that shit up. Unless, like we have said before, we think Netflix wants people to be mad because at least then somebody gives a shit about what they're doing.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. You talked about it a little bit this morning on Twitter. We're going to talk about also that the creator of Cowboy Bebop, I think, has some concerns, but he's hoping for the best, but it's out of his hands. He can't really do anything about it. Once you sign the papers, Netflix pretty much has carte blanche to do with the series whatever they want to do. And we know there are already numerous changes being made to the anime, or made from the anime rather. And I don't think they're going to go well with
Well, the
fans.
thing is, people might have been willing to give it a chance. But then when they keep doing things like this, or like where they're like, going out and trolling the fans, you're just turning people off.
Yeah.
And most of the responses weren't in their favor.
People were already turned off by Faye Valentine.
I know. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
So we're going to talk about that. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture, news, views, and rants, guys. Over 233,000 subs.
Yay!
I think almost 234.
Yay!
Thank you for the support. We do talk about anime, talk about animation, talk about comics, talk about pop culture. We've been talking a lot about the Netflix Cowboy Bebop series over the last couple of weeks. The thing is it's not because we're excited about it. It's not even because we care. It's because of all the drama surrounding it.
We've already established that they said it's not going to be like the anime.
No.
They've said that pretty much. They said we wanted something that was new and not a copy, which is fine. I'm all for new stories in a universe told by, but the characters have to stay themselves. Like, you can do new things, just keep the characters themselves, but they didn't even do that.
Now, what's interesting is we talk about Netflix's marketing, okay? And, one thing that came out of the infamous Kevin Smith debacle regarding Masters of the Universe Revelation was the revelation that Kevin Smith said, hey, Netflix, they love the drama. They're like, just a couple people are complaining that was not true, but they love the drama. They love the media attention.
Well, he just said they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care.
That's basically what he said. He didn't say they loved it, but he was just like, they don't care.
Well, they're like, hey, Kevin, have you seen all the new? This is great. It's trending. Everybody's excited.
Oh, it's not hard to get something trending.
No,
and,
it really
and especially these companies, it's easy for them to do it. They have ways. I just think it's a bad look. And of course, from this I'm taking, Netflix Geek is run by the typical people you expect it to be run by.
Yeah, I'm going to say probably some early 20-something recent college
Probably.
grad. Now, this isn't the first faux pas that Netflix Geeked has made. When they announced the sequel to Castlevania, which takes place in the 1700s.
I remember this.
With Richter Belmont, they made sure they put out there, hey, this is all about, the son of Trevor Belmont, even though that's not actually the case. And they had to go back and they had to fix it. The great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandson.
Yeah, because at least they have a sense of humor, and I'll give them that. But that's just it. They'll shoot first because they're trying to learn you. And then, and that's what they're trying to do here. That's all they're trying to do is they're trying to antagonize fans further. Because they're like doubling down on, well, we were fine. It's fine the way it is.
Yeah, and this marketing tactic is not going to work for much longer, especially with, we're going to do another video today about how so many people are leaving Twitter. And a lot of it's because of just the sheer stupidity and the harassment and the spats. And it's not really, Twitter is not a very good marketing tool. And really, I think at this point, if you're a company, you should just kind of set it and forget it, put your message out there, link to your own blog or something, but don't interact with people. Don't learn them. Don't smack them down. You might get some fist bumps from the media, but normal people are going to look at this and be like, what the hell is your problem?
Yeah, the fans that you're banking on. Because I'm tired of this. It's typical Hollywood of now. It's Hollywood of now where they think that we're just going to take something that's beloved. It's been beloved for years and it has a fan base because the fans kept it popular for years. And what we're going to do is we're just going to F it all up and then laugh in the fans' faces and be like, ha, 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 ha. And then when it doesn't fly or it's out of Netflix trending in like 2 days, if it even hits that, then they'll be like, misogyny, racism.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that. That's going to be the next thing. It's like, oh my God, all those alt-right Yahtzees attacked poor Netflix geeked.
And the thing is, no one would have said anything to her, except she came out. I mean, well, I guess people were writing her stuff about her not looking like Faye, which you shouldn't have done that. I mean, I'm never going to condone that because that wasn't cool. But her to come out and put the video she did and be snarky and then them doing this, it's just like, no.
Yeah, I mean, overwhelmingly, people are not happy with this. And again, the costume choice, okay, but her attitude.
Her attitude is what did it for me. The costume I could have overlooked.
Yeah, it was basically, let's shit on the original character design. Again, one of the most popular anime series of all time. Has withstood the test of time, will still be popular 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. And let's shit on the fans as well. Not a good look. I mean, I get nobody likes to be harassed, but then, I think at that point you just keep your mouth shut, put your product out there, and let the public decide whether or not they like it. But that's not how things work current year.
No.
That's not. You got to learn people on social media.
Yeah, like don't tell me this one wasn't trolling people. They put up, Entrapta from She-Ra.
Yeah, I know. It's so I don't know. Netflix geeked again. I'm just kind of like, yeah, it probably is some like 22-year-old, college grad. They really should do a little homework before they post. Considering this is one of your shows.
And Netflix. Yeah, Netflix. I'm just going to tell you, this is probably somebody that you have hired to do this. You might want to tell them, hey, you know what? Probably not a good idea to go around antagonizing fans.
Yeah, because this show's already in a very iffy place right now. You really can't afford to piss people off.
No, and the thing is, if you just not said anything, it would die down, and until it came out, and then people would be, again, but they might watch it, hate watch it, and like it. You never know. But now you're just keeping people pissed to the place they're not even gonna. By the time it comes out, they're not gonna give a shit anymore at all, and they're not even gonna go hate watch it because they're so sick of your shit. So your best chance of even getting hate views, you're gonna lose because you won't let it go.
So anyway, speaking of letting things go. The creator of Cowboy Bebop, Watanabe, said he's unsure if Netflix will listen to his feedback on the live-action adaptation. I have no choice but to pray and hope that it will turn out good. This is coming from Bounding in the Comics. Yeah, because once you sign the contract, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
He said he gave them notes. Like, I gave them some notes.
They listed him as like a consultant or something.
Yeah, well, consultant could easily be, we had a 15-minute phone call.
Right, so you can put his name on it.
So we can put your name on it, yeah. And I don't think it's going to go. Well. He said, I read the initial concept and provided my opinions. I'm not sure they will be reflected in the final product. He knows. It's Hollywood. It's Netflix, which is, honestly, current year Netflix is the absolute worst of Hollywood as far as all the changes and liberties that they take with shows. And he's got to be looking at this like, oh, my God. So the interviewer followed up on the director's lack of confidence in the Netflix adaptation. As the original creator, how would you feel if what you saw in the original scenario pitch and what was broadcasted was different? Watanabe explained, that would leave a sour taste in my mouth. However, he also reasoned, when transitioning a manga to an anime, the original author speaks out on various points. It makes the work for the anime staff and it won't necessarily make a good product. Concluding his thoughts on the adaptation, he said, that's why I have no choice but to hope and pray it will turn out good.
Yeah, meanwhile, we have Netflix, baiting the fans, though.
That's true. Yeah, he said that the deal was with Sunrise. He has no rights, so he basically signed over his rights to the show. It's with the animation studio, so it's between them and Netflix. And frankly, at the end of the day, if they're cutting the check...
At the end of the day, with Netflix, we know what we're going to get.
Oh, we know it's going to suck. I mean, there's no doubt it's going to suck. And the more we hear about it, the more we see, the more we're like, yeah. And then we've already got, the social media accounts on the defense and, It's gonna be a shit
There's
show.
a difference between being defensive and just being an asshole, and they're on the. I think they've gone past just being an asshole, and again, it might end up being good, and some people might like it, and that's okay if you like it. You're allowed to like it, but people are allowed to not like it, and people aren't going to watch it for hate clicks because they're going to get so turned off and not going to give any shit at all by the time it comes out.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what happened with Masters of the Universe Revelation. I mean, people watched it just to see how bad it was actually going to be, but once word got out that it was pretty much a show we were told it was, a lot of people were like, hell no.
I just read what you have highlighted. Oh boy.
Yeah, so prior to the release of said materials, John Cho admitted that the production team did not communicate at all with Watanabe. Ooh. So they don't give a shit what the creator thinks.
They don't care. They just want to appropriate it for a quick buck. That's all this is about.
If they don't care what the creator thinks, do you really think they care what you, Mr. and Ms. Cowboy Bebop fan, thinks? Absolutely not.
No.
Not at all. Again, why reboot something that's damn near perfect?
They're just going to shit it out and put it on a shelf. And then go on to the next thing that they can destroy. That's what they keep doing with 80s franchises and everything else. So it's just fodder for them to make more, quantity over quality.
Yeah, and that's Netflix. They've already strip mined the 80s, so now they're going to the 90s.
But aren't they starting to flatline and stuff with subscribers now? And they are. Yeah. So I wonder why Netflix.
Well, it's interesting because I was talking to Squid King this morning, and he said, yeah, I don't really watch much Netflix now either because the shows I watched the most on Netflix, they've been pulled off of Netflix and they're on other streaming services now. Like he watched The Office quite a bit, and I think that's what's going on is, Netflix had the benefit of other studios' content to give them a boost for years, but now they have to create their own content. It's a different story because now they're competing with Disney and HBO and Peacock and all this other stuff. And, whoever creates the better content long term is going to retain the subscribers, and everybody else is going to churn.
That's right.
And he who churns his own butter burns.
That's something that, okay.
It's Mad TV.
I know what is Mad TV.
Birth Control Pilgrim.
I know what it is. I was there.
For the Birth Control Pilgrim?
I was there when we watched it on TV.
Yeah, clarify. So. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.